The internet is awash with all sorts of places where you can sell your unwanted stuff or indeed buy somebody else's for a lot less than they would cost new. An increasing number of you are turning to your favourite social media site to buy and sell your goods. After all, not only will your ad be free, but what better way to sell than amongst like-minded people that you might even have classified as friends. But watch out, because some of you found out the hard way that just because everyone looks like they're friends online doesn't mean that they actually are. And some of your online acquaintances might behave in a distinctly unfriendly way. Over a third of the entire UK population is now reckoned to log on to Facebook every single day. And amongst the social network's most regular users is event organiser Angela Wood from West Yorkshire. But she doesn't use it just to keep in touch with friends and family. The Facebook groups that she's a member of also play a big part in her wedding planning business.
I think it's more accessible than a lot of other community-based sites that are on the internet at the moment. It's a closed group, so you actually have to be invited onto the group.
Now that means you can only access the information that's been put there or add your own comments and postings once you've been accepted by the group's administrators or by a friend who's already a member. Groups like the ones Angela uses have become a way for individuals or small businesses like hers to buy and sell things online. They're rather like impromptu classified sites, with, it seems, the added bonus that you're only dealing with like-minded people.
On one of the groups there is about 40,000 members throughout the UK, which is great, but I'm on at least 30 other wedding sites, which are all fantastic for helping each other, for advising each other, for passing information on.
Angela was coordinating a wedding reception, and with the budget very tight, she turned to her trusty Facebook buy and sell sites to find some bargain accessories to help make it an occasion to remember.
I was talking on Facebook on one of the wedding sites, asking a lady about certain items that she was selling, and another lady popped up onto the messages and interrupted the messages, stating that she had some items for sale and would I be interested.
The Facebook user, who called herself Vicky Elliott, seemed to have just the sort of items Angela was looking for.
I decided to purchase from her a lovely post box, some martini glasses, some cushions, and the best thing was a Mr. and Mrs. wooden carved sign, which was just in the perfect colours for us.
When Angela asked how she should pay, she was told that Vicky's PayPal account wasn't working, so she would need to pay by bank transfer instead. And while normally that would set alarm bells ringing, Vicky was, after all, a member of a closed Facebook group, so it was easy for Angela to find out a little bit more about her.
I looked at her Facebook profile page. She had pictures on there of her family, friends, happy birthday messages. It just seemed as genuine as my Facebook page, so I just trusted her.
And that trust grew when Vicky even offered to deduct from her price the fees that Angela's bank said they charge for the transaction.
I just thought, oh, what a lovely person. She just obviously wants to get rid of the items. She doesn't want them in her house anymore. She's obviously, you know, any little bit of money that they can get for them.
So Angela went to her bank and transferred £76 into Vicky's account. But when she returned home and began browsing through some other wedding sites on Facebook, she made a very worrying discovery.
I just happened to go onto the wedding scammers site, and that's when her name popped up, with people posting messages about what she'd done to them. So obviously I posted my message saying, I have just purchased some items from this individual. Oh dear. And they asked me what I'd purchased, and a couple of them said, yeah, we've purchased those items as well from her.
More than 20 users were saying that they had not received any of the goods they'd purchased from Vicky Elliott. And as they too had paid her through a bank transfer, there was no way of getting the money back. Angela immediately got in touch with Vicky to try and get to the bottom of what she was reading.
I explained to her that there's been a post put up on one of the sites regarding her and what she has been up to. She came back at me and she said, I've seen that, it's nothing to do with me. Honestly, I am genuine. Here is my mobile number. Please ring me. So, which I did. We had a long conversation, again seemed very genuine, promised me the goods would be in the post. As we were talking on the telephone, she says, look, I'm doing the transaction now via a courier. I will send you all the information.
So Angela was reassured, but only temporarily. Vicky started to make excuses about not being able to send the goods, and meanwhile, Angela kept on seeing more and more allegations about Vicky appearing on Facebook. So she felt she had no option but to ask for her money back.
I just thought, hopefully, she's not even taken the money out of the bank yet, so she can do a refund. So I did send her a message in the morning saying, please, I know I'm not going to get the goods now, so please send me a refund, which she promised me she would do. She said she obviously didn't want to speak to me anymore, but she would send me a refund and it will be done within 2 hours.
But I'm afraid the 2 hours passed and there was no sign of Angela's refund. When she brought it up with Vicky, her previously friendly manner seemed to have completely vanished.
She then got very abusive when I sent her a message asking her why the money wasn't in the account, as promised, within 2 hours. So she just sent me one very, very abusive message and blocked me, so I couldn't send any messages to her, wouldn't pick up the phone to me. So there was just no way that I could contact her at all.
Facing the realisation that she wasn't likely to see her money again, Angela decided to share her experience with the other members of the Facebook community. And for many of them, it was a familiar story.
I felt sick. I felt stupid. I felt embarrassed. But when I started speaking to the other ladies as well, they all felt the same. Unfortunately, some brides have lost quite a lot of money to this individual, a lot more than me, and they've done the same thing. She said exactly the same to them, that the PayPal wasn't working properly. But at the end of the day, when you want something, you blinkered and you just think, yes, I want them.
We tried to contact Vicky Elliott about Angela's experience, but she didn't respond to our emails or indeed our letters. We also asked Facebook about Angela's situation and about the buy and sell pages on their site. They declined to comment, although in the past, while stressing the greater accountability and security that their site offers compared to others, they've advised people to be vigilant when buying goods outside of approved retailers. Angela's experience underlines the advice we've said on the programme many, many times before. Avoid buying anything online via a bank transfer, because you won't be able to retrieve your money if there's a problem. But despite what's happened, Angela hasn't been put off using community buy and sell sites, although she'll definitely be more cautious in the future.
I just feel so stupid that I've let it happen, but it does happen. I always said that it would never happen to me, and it has.